we don't talk baseball a lot. I'm a baseball fan, right? I had a relative who played for the San Francisco Giants for many years. I got to go watch many San Francisco Giant baseball games. I got to meet a bunch of the squad. This was kind of around like late 90s and early 2000s. Anybody know Rich Aurelia? I was related to him for a little bit through marriage. So I was able to go up when I was in, 7th grade, prior to like when I was in college. And he played for the San Francisco Giants. A really great guy. Treated me really fair. Only related to him through marriage. And he hit right before Barry Bonds. So in 2001, he made the All-Star team, right? I think he hit 37 home runs that year and like 102 RBIs. So I go out there, and this is when the Giants, when I first started going to the Giants, they were playing at Candlestick. And I would go out and watch a couple games. I got to meet like the players and whatnot. It was an amazing experience for somebody, who was in junior high. And then, he continued his playing career. So I'd see games here and there. And then when I was going to school in Iowa, they had a series up in St. Louis. So I took a flight from, I guess, Des Moines to St. Louis, something like that. And I watched them play. And then he got traded to the Mariners. And I got to go drive up and watch him play. I was living in D.C., and I drove up from D.C. to Boston to go watch a game. I grew up around baseball. I love baseball. I played baseball. Alabama baseball is 8-0 at this point in time. Okay. They won the Jacks Classic. They were losing this game to Ohio State 10-0. Yeah, I'm sure you saw this. This is all over every Alabama site, right? They get a 3-run walkout by Hodo. Hodo, hold the door. Any Game of Thrones fans, you guys know what that is. LeBron, right? Have you seen this kid? He had 2 bombs and 6 RBIs. He was named the MVP. And but what's making like the rounds, and which I look, I know some of the coaches, great guys. I've never had. I mean, I look at these guys as like upstanding people. Okay. What I'm about to show you is, I don't know. It's not. It's something that went viral on social media. I don't really like it. This is kind of like locker room stuff, but this is kind of like in the headlines. I don't know why it says F Ohio State up here, right? I saw this and I was like, these are college guys. I mean, shoot, who's been in college, hung out with guys, whatever. But I don't really like this because it, like, you have the script day on. You're with the team. Oh, man, like, I don't like that. I think one of the players who posted it came out and apologized, but that's not the look you want, man, because like a photo like this travels so far and it overshadows what you just did. And that was coming from 10 down, even beating a ranked team previous to that, right? I think they beat NC State, who was ranked like in the top 15. Like, that isn't Alabama. And living in the South and understanding like the Southern hospitality and, people do dress up. People have high standards here. They really do. I promise you. And I don't know if it didn't really sit with me. And look, I have a teenage son. Soon to have a teenage daughter. It's something you sit down with them about before they do something like this, and you talk to them about these things. Antoine's like, that's like rushing the field after winning football. So, look, you talk to the team, you take accountability. I think they did. I think whoever posted this did apologize. And that's the thing, like, take accountability. You address it. Hey, and this is what you say. You take accountability and you're like, you know what? I've had time to think about this. That was not the right thing to do for our team, for the brand, for the University of Alabama. I apologize to Ohio State. I apologize to the University of Alabama. I'm ready to get back to playing, and I can do better, and I will do better, and I'm sorry, and, let's move forward and play baseball. So, and I think that's kind of already in the framework. So, whatever. And look, you just don't want the brand of Alabama, whether that be football, basketball, baseball. The basketball team went through some stuff a couple years ago. People have issues with different things that the football team might be doing. The brand, trust me, man, like the brand is so sacred. So, I'm sure they'll address that. And like I said, I know some of the assistant coaches, they are, I promise you, they're probably not happy about this. All right. How many of you watched Alabama beat Kentucky? 96-83. Bama sweeps the Wildcats in conference play. Mark Sears poured in 30 points. This was a really big win for Alabama, clearly. They had lost 2 straight. Missouri shot the lights out. Auburn came into Tuscaloosa, shot the lights out. The SEC is crazy. I have no idea who will win the SEC basketball tournament. Hopefully Alabama. I know now they're kind of projected as a number 3 seed or whatever it is. Coach Oates, following the game, talked about Mark Sears being coachable. That's my favorite thing, man, is when a player of that level is receptive still to coaching. When a player in the NBA, when a player in the NFL is still accepting to be coached. And when someone's coachable, that's why I always talk to my son, right? Football, or my daughter is like, coachable. Be coachable. You can control that. That is a controllable. And when he said that about Mark Sears, I like to see it. So he had 30. Aiden Holloway, what he had, 19. 5 3-pointers. He's really, really good. 8 wins now over top 25 teams. I think the latest predictions or whatever have them as a number 3 seed. Maybe they win the SEC basketball tournament. They'll be back to a 1. I don't really care where they're seated. It's a tough gauntlet, regardless of where you're at. There's so much parity in college basketball, but this is a battle-tested team, right? Up next, you have Mississippi State this week, and then Tennessee to open up the month of March, and then you close out the regular schedule and conference play against Florida and Auburn. So these next 4 games, damn. The schedule's unbelievable. Mississippi State, this is a challenging team. This is a challenging game that they played. That little point guard went crazy that last game. Thanks for watching that video. I really appreciate you guys being here. Obviously, what the baseball team did after the game wasn't it. But still 8-0. Let's continue to see how this team moves forward regarding Alabama basketball. These next 4 games are going to be ultra challenging, as well as the SEC basketball tournament. Sound off inside the comment box. Do you think that this Alabama basketball team, do you think that they win the SEC championship? Shoot, maybe let's start here. Do you think they win against Auburn in Auburn? All right. Thanks for watching, fam.